If you're leading teams, making high-stakes decisions, and carrying the invisible labor that so often lands on women, you don't need more motivation. You need a reliable way to boost confidence fast, especially in the 5 minutes before a difficult conversation, a board presentation, or a meeting where you know you might be interrupted. Confidence is not a personality trait you either have or don't have. It is a state, and that state is deeply biological. Today, I'm going to walk you through neuroscience-backed techniques you can use in 5 minutes or less to regulate your nervous system, regain clarity, and walk into any room with steadiness. I'll also give you specific language to use in the moment because confidence is built through behavior. First, let's normalize something. Confidence often feels fragile in leadership roles because it is not just psychological, it's physiological. When your brain senses social threat, being judged, dismissed, challenged, or evaluated, your amygdala activates. The amygdala is your brain's threat detector. It does not differentiate well between a tiger in the bushes and a colleague rolling their eyes at you in a meeting. Both can trigger a stress response. When that happens, your body shifts into protection mode, your heart rate increases, your breathing changes, your voice tightens, your working memory narrows. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for strategic thinking and executive control, becomes less efficient. So if you've ever thought, why did I blank out? I know this material. Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain temporarily shifted resources away from higher reasoning and toward survival. This is particularly relevant for women in leadership. Research consistently shows women navigate double binds, expected to be both warm and assertive, confident but not intimidating. Even subtle cues of dismissal can trigger a stress response. And many high-achieving women then misinterpret that physiological response as incompetence. It's not incompetence, it's neurobiology. Now let's talk about how to work with it. Technique 1. Cyclic sighing to regulate your nervous system. A Stanford-led randomized study comparing short daily practices found that structured breathwork, particularly cyclic sighing, significantly improved mood and reduced physiological arousal, even more so than mindfulness meditation in that study. Here's how you do it. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Inhale through your nose. Take a second small inhale to top off the lungs. Then slowly exhale through your mouth until empty. Pause briefly. Repeat. The key is the long exhale. Longer exhalations stimulate parasympathetic activity, essentially telling your body there is no immediate danger. This brings your prefrontal cortex back online. Here's when to use it. Before a high-stakes presentation, after receiving a triggering email, before negotiating salary, in the restroom before walking into a boardroom. After the 5 minutes, add this anchor phrase quietly. My body is settling. My mind is clear. I can lead this conversation. Now, pair that with structure. Walk into the meeting and open with, here's the outcome I want from today, and the 2 decisions we need to make to get there. Notice what happened. You regulated your physiology, and then you led with clarity. That sequence alone can boost confidence dramatically. Technique 2, affect labeling. Name it to tame it. Research in affect labeling shows that putting emotions into words reduces limbic reactivity and increases activation in regulatory regions of the prefrontal cortex. In simple terms, when you name what you feel, your brain calms down. This takes 60 to 90 seconds. Internally say, I'm feeling tense because I was interrupted. I'm going to slow down. Or, I'm noticing anxiety because I'm being evaluated. I'm going to answer deliberately. You do not need to say this out loud to the room. This is an internal regulation step. Then translate it into leadership language. Instead of, I'm anxious, say, let me take a moment so I answer that precisely. Instead of, I'm annoyed you cut me off, say, I'm going to complete this thought. Then I'll come to you. Instead of, I feel attacked, say, help me understand the specific concern so I can address it. You are not suppressing emotion. You are regulating it and converting it into executive presence. That behavioral shift reinforces confidence. Your brain observes you handling tension effectively and updates its internal narrative. This is how you boost confidence without waiting to feel it first. Technique 3. Cognitive reappraisal and self-distancing. When confidence collapses, it's usually because of meaning. If I mess this up, I'll lose credibility. If I say no, they'll think I'm difficult. If I speak up, I'll be judged. Cognitive reappraisal, supported by neuroimaging research, engages the brain's cognitive control networks and reduces activation in emotion-related regions. It is one of the most robust emotion regulation strategies studied. Here's the 5-minute protocol. Step 1. Finish this sentence. Right now, my brain is saying I'm not qualified. My brain is saying they don't respect me. Step 2. Create distance. If I were advising a woman I deeply respect, what would I tell her? Maybe it's focus on the decision, not approval. Advocate for the work, not for being liked. Step 3. Reframe. This is a challenge, not a threat. This is data, not a verdict. This is leadership practice, not a performance review of my worth. Step 4. Create one clear next sentence. Confidence rises when you know exactly what you're going to say. For example, what decision do we need to make today? To hit this deadline, I need either more time or more support. Which is available? I'm comfortable owning X. I'm not able to take on Y. Now let's add 2 more evidence-backed amplifiers: embodied posture and proprioception. While some aspects of power posing have been debated in replication research, the broader field of embodied cognition shows posture influences mental states. Instead of dramatic poses, focus on occupying space, feet grounded, shoulders back, chest open, slow movements. Under the table, use the steeple gesture, fingertips lightly touching. This signals authority to both your brain and others. Your posture feeds your nervous system feedback. This can subtly boost confidence before you speak. Next, reframe arousal as excitement. Research from Harvard Business School demonstrated that reframing anxiety as excitement improved performance in public speaking and other evaluative tasks. The physiological states are similar: elevated heart rate, heightened arousal, but the interpretation changes the outcome. Instead of telling yourself to calm down, say, I am excited. My heart is beating because I'm ready. This energy is preparation. It's much easier to pivot from anxiety to excitement than from anxiety to calm. Finally, vagus nerve stimulation through 4 to 7, 8 breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Repeat 3 times. Longer exhalations activate parasympathetic pathways, lowering heart rate and stabilizing attention. You can do this in an elevator, during someone else's presentation, or in your car before walking inside. Now let's integrate everything into a 5-minute stack. 2 minutes cyclic sighing, 1 minute effect labeling, 2 minutes reappraisal and next sentence preparation. That's it. No 45-minute ritual, no personality overhaul, just state shift plus structure. Common mistakes: trying to think your way out of a body problem, over-preparing instead of regulating, waiting to feel confident before speaking. Confidence often follows action, not the other way around. So here is your leadership checklist before any high-stakes interaction. Is my body calm enough to think clearly? What meaning am I assigning to this moment? What is my next sentence? Am I speaking slowly enough? Am I aiming for clarity or approval? If you do nothing else, choose your next sentence. Confidence is not mysterious. It is trainable. It is behavioral. It is biological. When your body is steadier, your voice steadies. When your voice steadies, your message strengthens. When your message strengthens, the room responds differently. That is how you boost confidence, not by eliminating fear, but by leading with it regulated. And the more you practice this, the more your brain learns. I can handle this. That is neuroplasticity, that is leadership, and that is power. Make sure to like, subscribe, and grab my free leadership workbook, 5 Steps to Communicate with Calm, Clarity, and Confidence at powerofpeacefulness.com. Until next time, take a deep breath, embrace the present moment, and keep walking your path to peace.